Wow, that pisses me off, man. Stupid ass phone calls when I'm recording from spam callers. Imagine that, right? Anyway, the beat goes on. They are irradiating our sons and daughters in schools. And not only that, this is the kicker. This is the big thing here that no one's talking about, okay, in regards to this Huawei situation. They don't want China to have a back door into our systems, into our internet systems, and into our whatever fucking technological bullshit that we got going on. All these devices. They don't want China to have a back door. They don't want China to have backdoor access, but they'll give that shit to Israel. You know, China, or not China, Israel. Did you know Israel runs the backbone of all our internet systems? They run the security backbone of all our internet systems, and they have backdoor access to anything that they want to have backdoor access to here in America at will, whenever they want. They have access. They have access to our files. They have access to anything that we got on the internet. Anything that every time we connect to the internet for whatever reason, they have access to it. So we don't want China to have access, right? We don't want China to have backdoor access. Okay, I get it. But why would we want any foreign nation to have backdoor access to our shit? I don't. Well, I'll tell you who does. Our illustrious government, our shadow government. There are 5 countries that have a mutual I'ma spy on your ass agreement. Okay? New Zealand is one of them. China, not China. Israel is one of them. Okay? I forgot what the other 3 are, but there are 5 countries, okay, that say, oh, we can spy on each other, that's fine. So what makes these other countries more trustworthy than China? No, this has nothing to do with that. See, they don't care if China spies on us, as long as they don't spy on them, on their military systems, on their government systems, on their FBI systems, shit like that. No. They don't care about that as long as that don't happen. They don't care about who spies on us as long as they get a crack at us too. And as long as they give their masters in foreign nations a crack at it. You know, the Zionist masters that we give all this money to every year. That if you speak on them in any form of fashion and you're not licking their balls while you're doing it, they'll call you anti-Semitic. And that they want you to be jailed for anti-Semitism. You can't breathe one word about Israel or Israelites or so-called Israelites without them wanting to fucking throw you under a jail. Do we even see what's happening here? Everybody on both sides of the aisle, everybody sitting on both wings of that fucking bird are beholden to Israel. Everybody, if I'm telling you, they will throw your ass out to the wolves if you speak anything out, if you speak out against Israel in any form. If you speak out against their agenda, you're done. See, Israel is the one I would be worried about as an American citizen, right? Israel's the one I'd be worried about accessing my private information. Those are the people, the Israeli government. Those are the ones I would be concerned about as well. Why not China too? Well, China's all over the place. They're already spying on us. Their nationals are already spying on us. They already tried to breach the border and got caught. 2 of the Chinese nationals got caught. Don't think those were the only ones. Huh? They come over here and they do whatever the fuck they want to do. No, it's not about spying. It's about a trade war. It's about Huawei blowing Apple out of the water and them wanting to get Apple back on the boat. Okay? Now, here's some other interesting facts. Many of the components that these American companies use, that even Samsung uses, are from China. So China provides a lot of the parts for a lot of these cell phones that are owned and operated by Microsoft and Google and Apple. Where do you think they get the parts from? Where do they get the parts from? China. Are you kidding me? But our government is worried about the hardware of Huawei phones somehow being able to spy on us. No. It would be the apps that you use that would do that. Like your Google app, your Facebook app, your YouTube app, anything that you give permission for them to use your microphone and your camera. Every time you give permission for these apps to use your microphone and your camera, guess what? They already spying on your ass. You're already being spied on. Does it matter who spies on you? Our privacy is being violated. Our rights are being violated. And we're concerned about one particular country doing all the spying and shit? Nah, I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling. Because this is what it's about. This is what it's about. They want to be able to show up to your house, okay, on some minority report bullshit and charge you and throw you in a prison, throw you in a jail for years and years and years for a crime that you haven't even committed. See, they want to be able to pull bullshit out from out of the air that you talk about. Any dissension that you mention, holy crap, lightning. Any dissension, any bucking of the system, every time you run your mouth in a negative way about our illustrious government and certain other things, guess what? They want to be able to knock on your door and say, hey, you was talking all that shit. What's up, nigga? They want to put you away for talking, for not saying what they want to hear. They love it. They love when we talk our shit. So they're getting ever closer to that. I watched the video today. I watched the video where in regards to the this video is in regards to the New Zealand attack. Okay? The mosque. The Christchurch mosque attack. This video is in regards to that. So apparently some guy was on Facebook talking about the shooting. Okay? And I guess he spoke unfavorably. So the government showed up to his house. Not the government. A cop. 2 cops showed up to his house because they wanted to discuss what he had mentioned about the Christchurch shooting. Okay? And this guy had these people on camera. He had the cops on camera. And he said, you know, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. But the cop didn't want to discuss it on camera. He said, can we talk about this off camera? And the guys smartly said, no, we can't talk about it off camera. No, we cannot. You're on my property. You're showing up to my house on a Sunday, and you're demanding to talk to me without witnesses, without the world witnessing. He wasn't going for it. But that cop didn't want to do that. He didn't want to talk to him on camera about anything. But we're missing a crucial point here. The fact that this cop showed up to his house in the first place is a huge problem. Because he said something on Facebook. You know, and obviously it wasn't anything overtly threatening, right? It wasn't like threatening terrorism or threatening an attack. Because if that were the case, they would have just showed up to his house and arrested his ass or killed him. No. He might have said something that made sense to everybody, and now they want to talk to him about it and tell him to shut the hell up, or we're going to have problems. So, but why were they able to know what he was talking about in the first place? Because the New Zealand government is spying on their own people. They are going into these people's accounts. They're accessing shit that they shouldn't be able to access. Okay? And they are operating in a fashion that would demand that no rights be upheld. Now, luckily, nothing happened to this dude at that point. Nothing happened to him. The cops left, mad because he didn't want to talk to him off camera. Because he was smart. They got mad at him because he was smart, so they left. So, this is what I'm talking about. This is the future we're headed toward. All right? Cops showing up to your house to intimidate you because you said something that the government didn't like. We have domestic enemies that would see us dead, see us infertile, would see us sick, would see us spending money in a healthcare system designed to keep us sick so that we can keep spending our money out in the system. And y'all trying to get us to worry about China? Y'all want us to be concerned about China. But here you are committing treason every day against your own people, against your own citizens, the citizens that voted you into office, that pay taxes to pay your salary. That's what y'all want. Crazy. I mean, the balls. But the question is, what are we gonna do about it? How much longer are we gonna allow these people to do what they're doing? To censor us, to alienate our rights, to strip away our rights one amendment at a time? No, we shouldn't go for that. We should remind them who they work for. Okay? Remind them who they work for. They work for us. We put them into place. And guess what? We can take their ass out of place. If they don't want to get in line, if they don't want to get back in pocket, it's up to us. You understand? We don't have to allow them to keep doing what they're doing. there are things we can do, steps we can take to ensure that our freedoms are secure. And that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Look. Right now I'm up in the mountains. And you know, we got thunder and lightning going on. We got a little rain. It's quite beautiful, actually. That's why I get driving to work in the valley. Oh my God, this shit sucks. Anyway. So, I mean, what are we going to do? I've talked about what we can do many a times. We have to make our voices heard. See, voting doesn't help. You understand? All voting does is puts people in the power that are going to make the policies that you get to vote on, right? Supposedly. But half the policies that they put forth, we don't get to vote on. The representatives vote on it. The state senates, the state Congress, the city councils. They're the ones that choose most of this legislation. And meanwhile, we're beholden to what they decide. Every time they present a bill, you know, every time they present a bill, we get some time for public comment, okay? So if we don't like the bill that they're putting forth, we don't get to vote on it. We just get to tell them that, oh, we don't like this, we don't like that. But they still get to choose whether or not they're going to vote on it, to push it through, to push it through to the governor's desk for them to sign. Same thing goes with the national. You know, first it goes through Congress, okay? Then the shit goes to the Senate. The Senate gets it cracking, right? The Senate signs it into law. Then it goes to the president. At no point during this chain did it involve the citizens. Now, yeah, there are some measures that you can vote on every couple years, right? But these are only measures that they present. We don't get to, I mean, we do, but if we wanted to present measures for us to vote on every 2 years, good luck with getting it through without the backing of a government agent, without the backing of a so-called representative. So if they want to keep spying on us, if they want to eliminate competition for American companies that don't want to improve their systems, right? Because let's look at it. Huawei provides very good service, provides a very good phone that's has just as much quality as your iPhones and your Samsungs, just for way cheaper. So what's that going to force Samsung and iPhone to do to compete? It's going to force them to lower their prices in order to compete. And that's how it should be. That's called the free market. But no, these people, these companies, they want government subsidies, and they send lobbyists, right? I can guarantee you that this ban is the work of lobbying by Samsung or Apple, because Samsung is in isn't a American company, but they are in bed with Google. Okay, so they might as well be. So they're in league with Google. So really, essentially, it's Google, and that's why this thing is happening in the Huawei. It has nothing to do with. They don't give a fuck about people spying on you. Are you kidding me? Do not be fooled. Don't be fooled. And then I watched a video where some journalists went to a Huawei factory where they were building phones, and went through the whole process, and they were talking to different people, and there were concerns about trade secrets and Huawei biting off of Apple or whatever the case may be, you know. And they're trying to make it seem like that's a horrible thing, but these companies have been biting off of each other for decades and decades and decades. So, I mean, this is just par for the course. But I don't know. We'll see about this. Because if Huawei's still around in the United States, by the time I'm ready to get a new phone, I'm gonna just have to roll with Huawei or BlackBerry. Once again, BlackBerry is a cheaper phone, you know, $500-$600, quality phone. You know, because these cell phones and shit, waste of money. Waste of money. There's a lot better things we can do with our money other than spend $1,100 to $1,200 on a freaking metal box. Okay. Anyway, y'all. Wow. It is really coming down. It is really coming down right here. This is that storm I was telling y'all about last week. That's supposed to be up north. And I'm driving north right now. And it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this and concentrate on my driving right now, because when it rains in California, people get a little crazy. All right. Much love to y'all. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe, and yeah, I'll get back at y'all later with another video. All right, peace.